Our 7-school feature today is the newest to the program, our newest program in the GLVC, Lindenwood University. The Lions finished 10th in the MIAA last year with a 4-7 record, and were selected to finish second place in the GLVC in their inaugural season. Jed Stugart enters his third season as the head coach at Lindenwood, and due to a scheduling conflict, he could not join us here today at the kickoff. In his place is the offensive coordinator, Dusty Hovorka, alongside redshirt sophomore quarterback Cade Brister and senior defensive lineman Uchenna Egwuonwu. Sorry, I pronounced that wrong. Guys, first and foremost, welcome to the GLVC. And Coach, talk a little bit about the excitement for Lindenwood as they get ready for the 2019 season in the conference.
Well, clearly I'm not Jed Stugart. I'm much better looking than Jed is, but he had a quick little statement that I'll relay to the viewers out there. But he said, on behalf of our coaches, athletic staff, and administration, let me say how honored and excited we are to begin our inaugural season in this great conference. Regrettably, I'm not able to attend due to a previously scheduled family trip to Washington, D.C. Coach has really enjoyed learning about the great institutions in the GLVC, the conversations with coaches that he's known, and looking forward to meeting anybody that he has not known. Again, regrets he cannot be with us today, and wishes everybody a safe camp and season. I am Dusty Hovorka. I'm the offensive coordinator. We're excited to come into the GLVC conference. I think in recent years there's been a rise in football in this conference and the competitive nature of this conference, and we're excited to add to the mix. We all know in college football that every Saturday you have to strap up and be ready to play. At any moment anybody can take you down. You can knock off anybody. That's the great thing about this game, is that you have a chance and opportunities every single Saturday to seize those and have a lot of fun and shock the world and do all that awesome stuff that this game provides. So again, we're excited to join the league and get this thing going.
From an offensive standpoint, Coach, 8 starters are back, including an All-American tight end and senior Eric Henneman, an honorable mention in all MIAA selections, and redshirt senior running back Nash Sutherland and redshirt quarterback Cade Brister. Obviously, this is a unit under your watch, so give us the assessment of what we could expect to see from the offense this year.
Well, there's no doubt that the guys that you mentioned, there's a lot of production from those guys from last season, and the accolades just speak volumes for them. But the thing about those guys that we absolutely love, and I absolutely love as an offensive coordinator, is their desire to be better. Their desire that they want to go out and improve on every little aspect. I think the biggest thing that you'll see is not necessarily an X's and O's. You will see guys that are truly on the same page, that play for each other, that know each other, that communicate with each other. That's the mark of a great offense. We can line up with 2 tight ends, 4 tight ends, 8 offensive linemen. We can do all kinds of fun stuff on offense, can't we? But if your guys do not play together and play as a cohesive unit, you will have missteps and faults throughout a season. So that's probably the biggest thing that you will see out of those young men this fall on the offensive side of the ball.
Coach, thank you. Cade, you had a strong first season last year, and here you are entering year number 2. The X's and O's don't change for you, but it's a new conference, new teams, new non-conference opponents. Give us your take on the changes that are going to be coming your way this year.
Yeah, we're pretty excited. I'm pretty excited about it to come in such a great conference, and it's going to be kind of cool, to play some of those non-conference games, going out to Washington or going to Michigan and some of those different places. A lot of great competition. Our coaches went out and the university went out and found the best competition that we could get on those non-conference games, so we could be ready for the strong competition, inside those conference games. So just excited, really.
Coach, 8 starters returned on the defensive side of the ball, including a slew of all-conference honorees at a variety of positions. All of those honorees are upperclassmen as well. So how does that decorated experience mold the unit headed into the 2019 season?
Well, I think you hit it on the head there. Guys that have experience playing at a high level, experience playing together. With new defensive coordinator Eric Inama and those other coaches really bringing a group together for a common goal and a common, attitude on defense, which sometimes offensive we don't really like it that much, but you guys keep doing your thing. But the group is just highly energetic and flying around, and they're a lot of fun to watch and to compete against.
Uchenna, you were one of those all-conference honorees last year. You enter you earned third-team honors after recording 41 tackles, 8 tackles for losses, and 3.5 sacks. You now head into your senior season in new surroundings. Does that change your mindset as far as your preparation heading into this year? And how important is it to provide that senior leadership to your team this season?
Well, for me, everything's the same. No matter who we play, where we play, when we're playing, it's just same preparation, same work goes into it, same laser focus in practice. It's just paying attention to all the little things. Listening to coaches, believing in our coaches, following the plan they lay out for us. And then as far as being a senior, I just want to help lead with all the other upperclassmen that are great athletes, great players, great people. Just help lead the team in the direction that we want to go, and we all have a common goal, and we all want to win, we all want to compete, we all just want to, let ourselves be known.
Coach, give us your thoughts on your special teams this season. Nash Sunderland is back for his senior season, both in the backfield and return game. Talk about him and your special team kicking specialist.
Nash is a guy that at any moment he can take it to the house. That's an exciting guy to have on your side, especially on the special teams units with the ball in his hands. But at the end of the day, you got to have 10 other guys that are doing their jobs, and then they're doing their jobs really, really well. In previous seasons, our special teams probably wasn't a strong point for us, and that's a fact. Our team knows that, and our guys through spring ball with a new dedication to special teams. We feel like it's heading in the right direction to be a strong point for us as both the defense and the offense grow and get better. Our special teams grows and gets better as well as guys mature and become better football players, more adapted to the standards of how we practice and selflessness on a football team, and finding a role that you can be proud of and you can make an impact in a football game. That's what special teams is all about. There's a lot of role guys that are almost going to be starters on offense or defense, and they're hungry to make an impact on a Saturday. And those are the guys that we feel are going to be bringing a different tone to our special teams because we know it takes 3 phases to go all the way.
Give us some thoughts on your schedule. We mentioned the change from an exclusive conference slate to a mix of schools of the GLVC and non-conference programs. You'll have some big GLVC home games, including back-to-back contests with the champion for last year, UIndy, and Missouri S&T near the end of the season.
We're excited about that ability, I think, to not only have teams like Missouri S&T and Indianapolis that we get to butt heads with, but the ability to have open dates and to play in different places, find different kinds of competition, play Division I opponents like Eastern Washington. It's just exciting to look at a schedule, I think, not as a coach, but as a player, kind of a different schedule every year. You have a new set of challenges that you get to be presented with some familiarity. Obviously, this season we don't have any familiarity. We're new to the conference. We don't know what everybody does. Where you get in a conference for a while, you have a general understanding of what certain programs are like, what they're running, X's and O's, and all those kinds of things. And for us, this is an unknown. We're transitioning from one conference to another, and again, it comes into week in and week out. Being ready to play, being 1-0, worrying about that week, that opponent, and not worrying about who's week 6, who's week 7. And that mentality. So for us, it's truly a 1-0, 1 week at a time. But like I said, it's an awesome schedule. It's going to be a lot of fun, and we're excited.
Gentlemen, thank you so much for joining us here on GLVC SN, and once again, welcome to the conference. Fans, after this short break, we'll welcome in the 6-time league champion UIndy Greyhounds. You're watching the 2019 GLVC Football Kickoff here on the GLVC Sports Network.